My poem is called The Three Pigs. There were three little pigs, one made of glass, two made of stone, and the other made of gold. The pig made of glass, sweet as sugar, like sun on a good day, as clear as a window pane, so easy to break with that fragile glass skin. They never did anything wrong, but they would say otherwise, because they were only trying to survive in a world where people can't even make it past 16. Teens are most likely to try suicide at this time. Higher and higher up top that ladder, one word could push them off, one wrong move could ruin it all. The pills that were supposed to help have side effects of just making it worse, mistreated and forgotten because they were just born without even asking for it. A glass pig, now shattered and broken more, in pieces all over the floor. What is a glass pig doing in a world like this? The pigs of stone, dark and gray, different colored from the rest, moved and mistreated for something they can't control. One call could make their day even worse, just trying to get that green card to get a job, to stay alive, to live. But no, here they come around again, taking that pig back to where it belongs. Because they're really just trying to cover up the lies, because they think the stone pigs won't notice they're wrong. The darker stone pigs, darker than just gray, segregated and moved to whole nother states because of the color of their skin, used to be slaves and tortured for work, but were also just trying to make it through the day. Now free, but treated differently, ever so slightly. What's the point? Didn't we all come from the same place, a mother's arms and hopefully warmth, around people who were supposed to love you, not caring if you're black or gray? What's a stone pig doing in a world like this? A pig of gold, and all that golden glory, that orange bronze skin that he wears like paint, given what they want without, even if it wasn't deserved. Taking monies and goods for the people who do hard work but don't get paid as deserved. The gold pigs who sat up high on his throne. He believes he's better and almighty, like a god or savior, but not really. He's acting like playing pretend with politics and the people and the innocent lives who lived under his mighty rules and laws that were supposed to make America great again. But it really just bringing us down, making our country worse and worse. This month ago, and people do nothing to stop it, taking people from their homes, stripping their lives away from them, stealing everything they own because they want more power of the pigs they were supposed to be helping, the pigs they were supposed to be keeping alive and striving, but are even poorer and faker than we ever seen. Why are pigs not moving yet? Why are the gold pigs still here if they're causing more harm? Why are the gold pigs in power if they do nothing to help an innocent person? Why? Because I can't find a reason to keep them around long enough to see changes, long enough to hear good news from a reporter in the morning, long enough to feel happy without the fear of losing my life to people who don't care. There were three little pigs, one made of glass, two of stone, and the other made of gold.
And this is my poem, A Kid in a Yellow Room. A dark, clear night stays hidden behind the closed curtains and a bright lamp. The clock strikes 3, 6 hours past my bedtime, and 3 hours before I go to school. Despite it being a seemingly normal, very early Tuesday, I haven't gotten a wink of sleep. My body tries to get me to rest, trying to get me to lay down and succumb to slumber, but my mind is stronger. My mind is saying, no, I can't go to sleep. My eyes sag as I sit in my soft bed with blue and orange butterflies on the sheets and 2 white pillows surrounding me. My body aches, and I can barely see the blue and purple pen marks throughout my torso, words written that I would rather not repeat. I can't go to sleep. That's not a statement, that's an order. I can't go to sleep. I sit in my safe room with yellow walls with scribbles and permanent marker that I drew on when I was 3. It's been 11 years since then, but the marks haven't faded. At this point, they're as much part of my room as my overhead light and my pale yellow walls. I can't go to sleep. There's a closet that takes up an entire side, with clothes and sketchbooks piling on top of each other. On the far right corner is a shelf where my crystals and herbs and tarot cards lie. I usually sit there for comfort, but right now, the silence of the house combined with my loud thoughts paralyze me with fear. And my body, like how my body wants to sleep, it wants to take me to my closet, but still, I won't move. I can't go to sleep. There are hot tears welling down my eyes that trickle onto my neck and down my chest. It isn't the first time I've cried here, and it won't be the last. I remember being a young child and going to my wall of stuffed animals that laid on top of my pillows and crying into them. The stuffed animals, while few now, sit and stare at my bloodied arms and flowing tears. I can't go to sleep. There's a softness to my room. Colors of my door and ceiling are white, but not a blinding white that makes you squint. A soft ivory white. My door is covered in hard-to-remove stickers from various things I liked. Video games, animals, phrases, all bring a sense of comfort. I look around my room, trying to find more of that comfort. There's a computer that would break in a couple of years, but for now, it shows a screensaver of a moth and all my art photos filled with bugs. My desk is with clay and dust, but I don't care at this moment. I spent a lot of time at that desk. I'd go and do that now, but my brain forbids my body to move. Even still, the familiarity makes me relax a bit, and I feel my eyes start to close. Just up on my desk is my black clock. The time marks 3:15. 2 hours and 45 minutes until I have to get ready for school, until I have to be prepared to leave the comfort of my room, until my family has to see the cuts and terrible words I've written on my arms. The rule comes back again full force. I can't go to sleep. Sleep means less time to prepare for the morning, less time to prepare for the horrified look on my mother's face. Sleep means that the loudness and uneasiness of school comes quicker. Sleeping now means waking up with the drops of blood and stained sheets. I can't go to sleep. So I stay right where I am until the clock strikes 6. Just a kid in a yellow room.
She is evolution. Human spirit in all its bloody glory. Love is her skin and individual. Yet, hate clings to her heels with flea-like mandibles. Truth is to be lived free, and she was some running thing, whose legs are long and irises large, sparkling with the lights hung from coarse rope in the sky. Competing streetlights are her guide. I would have liked to run by her side one of those clear, warm nights. But running things beside Nebraskan roads are often shot. Leave her body in a cornfield. Policemen won't yield time, thoughts or prayers. She is ungrievable, a poached turkey vulture or thing even closer to the ground, belonging in the dirt, as if her identity creeps in empty schoolyards like wandering coyotes or powerful, rich men. Her dead name is etched into a lone tree. She couldn't even have that. After men, irked, twisted-faced, decided who's to die, living like what or how, tossed her in cricket-laden grass, no care for morality beyond a red baseball cap and their Lord and Savior in a suit. And if they threw her body in the Missouri River, not a river but a stream, like change is just an effort long and winding, but it looks so big and so scary to trembling, exhausted beings, like small creatures who wanted more beyond their hollows, or people who didn't know they could have more. Maybe she'd find her way to a place where being mourned isn't bought. But instead, she was there. Bugs that crawl had time enough to eat her since she was so far from Omaha or anywhere familiar, far away from anyone who loved or hated her. I do wonder how they found my grandmother. And if when they saw what they thought was his body, the dismissal of her humanity was instant, or if it took a closer look.